kids, today we would be looking at the equation of a straight line. The equation of a straight line is always in the form y is equal to mx plus c, where m is equal to your gradient, c is your y-intercept, and y and x are coordinates. Let's take a closer look at the gradient of a line. The gradient of a line, which is also referred to as the slope, represents how slanted it is. If we look at line A and B, they are both at different degrees of elevation, therefore their gradient would be different. Let's look at an example. Remember, m would be equal to your gradient. So in the line, y is equal to 3x plus 6, the gradient will be equal to 3. You can try this one. If you said the gradient was equal to -5, then good job. I'll let you try another one. If you said the gradient was equal to 2, I'm sorry, but that's incorrect. Reason being, the general formula of a line is y is equal to mx plus c, but this equation has 5y. Therefore, we have to divide x by 5. So, our new equation would be y is equal to 2/5 x plus 4/5. So, our gradient would now be 2/5. To see if you fully understand, I'll let you try this one. If you said the gradient was equal to -4/7, then you were correct. Let's take a closer look at parallel and perpendicular lines. Perpendicular lines would be lines that are at right angles, being 90 degrees to one another. Parallel lines has the same gradient as the original line. So if we look at this example here, we would see y is equal to 4x plus 9, with 4 being the gradient. So therefore the gradient of a line parallel to this would also be equal to 4. What would be the gradient of the parallel line? -8. That is correct. Perpendicular lines, however, are a bit different, seeing that they lie at right angles to one another. The gradient of our perpendicular line would be the negative reciprocal of our original line, meaning that we would have to flip our original gradient and multiply it by -1. So therefore, in this case, we would have -1/4. Let's try this one. The gradient would be -8 of our original, so our answer should be +1/8. Let's look at how to find the gradient of a line when given 2 points. We have to use a formula, which would be y2 minus y1 all over x2 minus x1. Remember, our coordinates are always in the form of x, y. So our first coordinate point, which would be A, would be labeled as 1, giving us x1 and y1, and our second coordinate B would be labeled as 2, giving us x2 and y2. Let's substitute our values. y2 would be 10 and y1 would be 2, so we would have 10 take away 2, and our x values would be 24 take away 8. We would work these out, giving us 8/16, and we would reduce this fraction, giving us our answer as 1/2. Let's look at our y-intercept. Remember, our y-intercept would be represented by our c in our general equation. Our y-intercept represents the point at which the line cuts our y-axis. Therefore, in this example, you can see here, c would be equal to 4. Let's look at another example. Here we would have our line cutting our y-axis at -3. Therefore, C would be equal to -3. In this example, our 2 would represent our y-intercept. Finally, let's look at how to find our y-intercept given our gradient and a point on a line. Given that the line AB has a gradient of 2 and passes through the point 2, 16, calculate the y-intercept and hence write the equation of the line AB. Using the general formula of the line, we are going to substitute our gradient which was given, which was 2. The next thing we are going to substitute would be our coordinates. Remember, coordinates are in the form x and y, so we can substitute our y values. Leaving us with 16 is equal to 4 plus c. We would now make c our subject of the formula, giving us 12 as our y-intercept. In order to write the equation of this line correctly, we would have to substitute both our m and c values. Therefore, the equation of the line would be y is equal to 2x plus 12. That's it for today, guys. Remember to check in the description box below for assignments and worksheets, and also remember to like and comment. And don't forget our 5 S's: share, stay home, stay safe, sanitize, and subscribe.